good evening, Mr. C's friends and family. How y'all doing this evening? I'm coming to y'all from the great state of Louisiana. I love everybody. Hopefully y'all had a wonderful day. I did. I'm about to finally get to go to bed a little bit earlier. But then I got to be up early in the a.m., headed back out to the great state of Texas. I'm trying to get everybody over here, but for some reason when you type in the channel name, it's not bringing it up. It's actually, when you type in MRCYAS and you hit search, it's actually taking Mr. Cia's, my name, well, channel name, up to the upper left-hand corner and putting it beside the sentence that says search instead for. And it's got Mr. Cia's. So until I can get people to understand that, I'm going to have to just day by day go through all my comments and actually paste the link for everybody. So that's going to take some time. All right. Kentucky healthcare workers refuse to comply with the jab mandate. So there in Kentucky, healthcare workers decided they did not want to be poked on. So, but they did it the smart way. They did not quit. They forced that company to fire them. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all do the same thing if this ever comes to y'all. Make them fire you. That way when all said and done, you will be reimbursed for all that time. That's the way I'm going to say it. An Al-Qaeda leader that was at one time believed to have been dead, at one time they said we killed him. But yesterday on 9/11, how coincidental, on 9/11, this leader showed up, appeared in a video that was released from Afghanistan yesterday on 9/11. What a more wonderful day, right? And that's sarcasm. But somebody who the United States all this time thought was dead. Yeah. I bet they really did think that fool was dead. I bet they knew where he was at all along. And we know that. Brian Stelter, he couldn't hold his composure. He lost it when he saw that President Trump appeared on the Gateway Pundit and talked about decertifying November 3rd, 2020. Old Brian Stelter and all the mainstream media, whether y'all know it or not, now that Arizona come out with the candidate, let me tell y'all, these people who were complicit in this, like mainstream media, they are now realizing, hey, we're no longer hiding fully. We are now to where people can see us. They are on to us. I guarantee you that's why Brian Stelter was so mad, because President Trump talked about decertifying. White liberal LA Times columnist runs to CNN and smeared Larry Elder as a white supremacist yesterday. How funny is it that a day before the election, the recall election, how funny is it that this idiot goes on propaganda news, CNN, bunch of liars, bunch of hypocrites, no good CNN. This guy goes on there and calls Larry Elders a white supremacist. Let me tell you something. First of all, you moron, See, the left started out with all that white supremacist this, racist that, white supremacist this, white supremacist, racist, right? Shut up. See, the left started out with that, thinking that whites and blacks was gonna be divided. That's what they thought. But let me tell you something. They have went along with that narrative for way too long. Now, everybody, every race, every religion, everybody has caught on to their lies. So let me tell you, that racist, white supremacist bullshit, now it has done nothing. It worked at first, but now it has done nothing but unite we the people even more. We're united even more. So for that, I do have to give credit to the left. And boy, does that make me happy. Because united, we stand. Divided, we fall. We will not fall. I guarantee it. Baseball. At a Yankees and Mets game, the fans joined together, both the Yankee fans and the Nets fans, joined together to chant "Fuck Biden" as they left the game. That's awesome. Even baseball games. I think they said it was about 50 games played this past weekend, and at every single game, that was the chant that the fans was chanting at all 50 games. Laura Loomer. Now, this lady, I don't really know her, but she has ties to the Taliban terrorists. And she also has connections to Twitter. She went and bought, or got in her possession, some street art from the Taliban terrorists in Afghanistan. And the art was pictures of Jack Dorsey of Twitter. Now, Laura Loomer has these Afghan street art pictures of Jack Dorsey hanging up around Twitter's headquarters. And the picture actually has old Jack looking just like a Taliban terrorist. How weak is Joe Biden? So weak that we have another president, I'll tell you, Putin of Russia, is ordering Joe Biden. Putin is telling him that the U.S. cannot build a base in Central Asia. Let me tell y'all something. That's how weak that puppet is. Because if that was President Trump they were talking to, it would not have happened the same. And I guarantee you that. A Maryland judge killed himself as FBI agents showed up to arrest him for sexually abusing boys. You know, I didn't go read the article. I didn't want to give it the time of my day because that's the worst thing in this world is a pedophile pervert who should spend the rest of his life in hell, in my opinion. So, but I wish I would have went and read the article because now I'm wondering if he was a left-wing, right-wing judge. Which one was he? But all I know is he was from Maryland and he killed himself before the FBI agents could put him in handcuffs. So the deep state was told before 9/11 to release the documents from that horrendous day 20 years ago. So they were supposed to release all the classified documents, all the report, everything. yesterday on 9/11. They were supposed to release it. Well, the deep state came back and said that the American people do not have the ability to handle the truth. So what they done was they redacted almost half of the report. Yeah, almost half of the report. And they blamed it on talking about, the American people can't handle the truth. That's bullshit. What it was there is things very important in them documents that the deep state does not want the American people to know. Now that would have been a more honest answer from the deep state. Not trying to call the American people too dumb to be able to realize that that's really the truth. Trust me, when it comes to the deep state, we already know any freaking thing can happen. Anything. Like anything. Because y'all are about the corruptest regime I've ever, much less heard about. I've never heard about a regime like the FBI, CIA, the White House right now. I've never heard of such corrupt people. And it's unacceptable. But the documents that they were going to release was actually supposed to be looked at. They were looking into the probe that supported the network that the U.S. had on the hijackers. So, in other words, the report was everything about the hijackers that the U.S. came up with. Like where they were from, when they plotted this, how they plotted this, all the people who they investigated, all the people that they interviewed, everything is what these documents were about. The deep state just had things in them documents that they don't want Americans to know. That's the bottom line to that. And we already know what it was. We know who did 9/11. We know what that was all about. We know. And now by them redacting so many pages of the report, that only makes it a fact. Now, you cannot go and blame something on the American people. Oh, they won't know the truth. Oh, they don't have the ability to handle the truth. Shut the fuck up. You should have just done what you was told and released all the classified information. That's the bottom line. So, with that being done, y'all are guilty as charged. You was in on it. Bottom line. I love y'all, man. If you ever want to support the channel, everything's in the description. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night. Much love.